Hello. So just as I go to do this Brian Scott Momentum Challenge Day 3, I get the numbers 222. Yeah. Okay, so I kind of deliberated over this. I'm doing the Momentum Challenge and I'm highlighting things, and I'm kind of having the Voodoo Queen of New Orleans, Queen Marie Laveau, visiting. And anyway, I'm inspired. I'm kicking off this momentum challenge with people who inspire me. Well, I kind of, spent some time in the quiet place. And so this one, I'm bringing forward. And I also want to acknowledge and highlight Queen Lisa Crampton from the Reality Revolution. So here is the challenge. Here it is. Queen Marie Laveau, one of the things she did and she had a heart for was ministering to prisoners and providing help to prisoners who are in jail or in the criminal system. She also helped with judicial issues. So when you look at Queen Marie Laveau's life, she went into some of the darkest, hardest places, the poorest of the poor, the most destitute and the most destitute, the most broken and mentally, physically, emotionally, and she went in there. And a lot of times people do not want to acknowledge our brothers and sisters that are in jail or in the criminal justice system or who are prisoners of, some sort, but they are still a part of our community. Now, of course, I always talk to you about where the common sense show. You need to do what is smart and wise and within your safety realms. But I want us to, as we are moving forward and building this momentum, no one left behind. So I want us to take some time to minister to prisoners, to minister to those who are in jail, or to minister to the judicial issues. Now, how you do that? You can pray, you can spend time doing energy healing, you can look for ways, like maybe somebody in your community, there are a lot of children, their parents are in jail, and they need a little extra help with school books or even filling out applications for college or high school or even after school programs. The ways that we could help minister to this, like Queen Marie Laveau, is endless. And I don't want to let that go. I don't want to look over it or say, okay, maybe it's not popular, I'm not going to talk about it. No, our brothers and sisters who are in prison, who are in jails, and who are in the criminal justice system, they are just that. Our brothers and sisters, they are a part of our realities. We know a lot of people are actually in these systems because the systems are not healthy and broken, and they're set up as funnels to put certain indigenous or people of various backgrounds in prison to help fund that system. So I want to just take this time that we are going to uplift anyone we know in prison, anyone we know in jail, anyone we know going through the judicial system, the criminal justice system, or any of that. And so that brings me to an all-star, Queen Lisa Crampton, in our reality revolution. I want to highlight this. She's been studying at the John Jay School of Criminal Justice. And this woman is a fireball. I've done videos and I've mentioned her before where she is the light in some of the most darkest places. No matter what is, this woman has strong boundaries. She definitely knows, don't mess with her. But also at the same time, she doesn't deny or look away. She's very good at integrating the shadow. She recognizes a person's sin, which is basically missing the mark, or their moment in history that may be not the best, does not say that that's who they are for life. And so I want to just highlight Queen Lisa Crampton because, in the spirit of Queen Marie Laveau, I'm saying, let's all use this momentum challenge to pull up all of humanity. So she was studying at the John Jay School of Criminal Justice, and she got her diploma recently. She's studying human resources, social services, specializing in navigating those who have been through the criminal justice system to get services. And we all know that's a lot of times once somebody goes through the criminal justice criminal justice system, they are treated like COVID, like they're treated like this thing that needs to be put away. No, we're all people, we all make mistakes. A lot of us, if we're really honest, we're very lucky that good things happen to help keep us on the good and steady path, or help rescue us from worse. Or, I mean, when you really start to be like honest and accepting and allowing, and I'm not saying to be foolish, I'm just saying like we can recognize that this is a part of our collective humanity shadow. And so in the light of the momentum challenge and no one being left behind, and as Brian Scott said, with intensity, we are going to like shine, like Lisa does, the light into some of the darkest places. And we're going to bring those, our brothers and sisters, out. Now, I am a strong believer that many of our most brightest, talented, creative, inventive people are actually stuck in the criminal justice system, or in a mental health institution, or, you know, being labeled with all these diagnoses, when the truth is they're actually brilliant, creative, innovative, and they're here to change the game. But we all know that when you focus on someone in a certain way, and if the power structure isn't equal, people can end up in the wrong place at the wrong time. And so I want to take this time, because we are going to uplift like Queen Marie Laveau. She ministered to prisoners, she ministered to people in jail, and she uplifted them, and she didn't look away. And just like Queen Lisa Crampton doesn't either. So she also does SRM, and she also treats trauma, and she also is building leadership and motivational interviewing, ... So if you kind of get this, Lisa Crampton is all that in 300 bowls of grits, and she is somebody who's actively going into some of the hardest places, helping to transform lives. And that is just like Marie Laveau. When you look at New Orleans and what has gone on in New Orleans, and the poverty and the sickness and the broken spirits and the things that have been done there, she was a light in the darkest place. And so many of us, we are the light in some of the darkest places. So on this day, whatever way that you can, I challenge you to minister to somebody who is in prison, or prisoner, or in jail, or their families in some way. How can we uplift them? How can we take something that was meant to be bad? Like the Bible says, God will use whatever is meant for bad, he will use it for good, right? So these principles stated in the Bible, or in the Lao Tzu, and the Emerald Tablets, wherever you're getting honestly, they're quick. When you start reading them, it's really, there is one God, and he's telling us the same things over and over. So I just want to just inspire you that you can do anything, and be anything, and have anything. And on this day, we are going to lift up our brothers and sisters who are in jails, prisons, or in prison in any type of way, or who are going through the criminal justice system, or going through any type of judicial issues. We're going to lift them up, and we're going to see, and we're going to imagine wisely that they are on this new transformative journey, and they're healed, whole, and complete. And they are stepping, I'm getting chicken skin, so I know we're on track. And they are stepping into their life, and they're stepping into their transformational power, and they're stepping forward to show the world their natural being, their natural God self. And they are changing the game. That's what we do. We change the game. We get in at the bottom of the ninth, and we win the game. So thank you very much for this, joining me on this momentum challenge. I feel your momentum hearts. out there. And like Brian Scott says, intensity. So when you do get a chance, hit that like, hit subscribe, and leave your positive comments. I really appreciate it. All right. You know what's next. Peace in. Peace